Oh, what's up? I just got back walking Stacy to work. Ooh, she just works right up the street. "7:35 a.m. Having my morning coffee. About to play some Call of Duty. Thought let's do a quick video. Air my grievances. Oh. Trying to show both my channels some love. Gearing down though, gearing down. I got one last video left in me for the year on my main channel. Gonna do my world famous personal game of the year. Road to not 100. How many games did I'm saving it. I don't know how many games I actually beat. Say 32 on a page, I think. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. $21 on a page. 42, 43, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1. I'll probably finish out about 52, 53 games this year. Not horrible, but certainly better than most, but kind of a low year for me. Call of Duty really killed it for me. I basically just stopped playing anything other than Call of Duty like 2 months ago for these last 3 months, so gonna be doing that. A little stressed out over it because I've got to edit it and stuff. I want to edit it. Anyway, the topic of the day is horrible people. This one's a little too hot. This one's a little too hot. It's a little too hot, so no names. Although, you could probably guess. You could probably guess, but no names. Drugs are a hell of a thing. It's why I quit. You know, when you're young, you don't really think about your health. And you know it's not good for you. And of course, that's part of the reason why you quit. But when I quit in my 20s, it wasn't for health reasons. It's because I didn't like the person I was on them. And the longer you do them, the more it changes you. It gets its tendrils into you. So, I know a person, I got a long history with drugs, personal, and the people in my life just is the way it is. I've been told many times, you need to get away and find some people who aren't fucking drug addicts. I'm kind of at that stage in my life where I don't want to go and meet new people, period. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if I could just snap my finger and all of my friends and family just never did drugs, but it is what it is. I'm too fucking old to make new friends. I don't want to make new friends. So a little sparse on the story details, but they found my car. Got a call from the police. And I had to procure means down to pick it up. To be honest, I didn't really want to. I bought the car for like $2,000. I put in way more money into that car than I did, you know, buying it. It never ran great. It was an old piece of shit. and I didn't really want to recover it and have to spend however much money making it run right. So, maybe a blessing in disguise. But I went down there. It was spray painted black. It was no longer that 90s burgundy. It was a trip. Full of needles and copper wire and what have you. It was parked outside of an apartment complex. The cop had to show me how to hotwire it in order to get it to run, because the ignition was completely ripped out, as the rest of the car was just a mess. So the person I, trusted, that took me down there to get my car, they didn't say this, but I knew they were on their way to go get some drugs. They were on their way, they were leaving the house and on their way to go get some drugs when I gave them a call. By the time we got down there, by the time, the situation was settled, they got extremely erratic and started yelling and screaming for me to start the car and go. I was trying to fucking connect the wires and hotwire the car. I say the car because it's not my car anymore. And it was turning over, and it was having trouble starting. I knew I could get it to start. It was just having a little bit of trouble. I don't know what the hell they did with it. I was trying to inform them that I'm just, I can't keep turning the engine over, otherwise I'll flood it. They didn't care. They were just screaming and yelling. It was wacky. It wasn't a situation where like, oh, they're upset, or oh, they have a difference of opinion, or oh, they feel very emotional about this situation. It was a situation you're like, what's going on? So I said, stop screaming. And I'm trying to explain to them I can't just, turn the engine over and over again like that without flooding it. So I'm just waiting 60 seconds before I try again, screaming. Start the fucking car! Start the fucking car! Start the fucking car! Oh my God. Followed by rolling the windows up and locking the doors. I was like, stop yelling, I'm trying to talk to you. Rolled the windows up. I'm like, what? I'm trying. So I walk around the other side, then they lock the doors. Then they're threatening to leave me there. In the middle of nowhere, in the ghetto, outside some apartment complex with a car that doesn't work. Which I'm sure the person who stole the car, had all their shit in it, was peeking out the window, fucking pissed as fuck that I'm coming to recover my shit. This was after the cop drove off, by the way. And they were screaming in the car. I was afraid they were going to leave me there. I was afraid my car just wouldn't fucking go. And the plan was I was going to follow them, driving back home. And they were going to follow me, just in case my car just crapped out again. But didn't make it that far. And then they unlocked the door, and I got in. And they had a moment where they were freaking out, wanting to know how I got in the car. I, and they continued to scream at me, just repeating the same shit over and over again. Start the fucking car, go start the car, go get in your car, start the car. I said, I'm afraid you're gonna leave me here. And then they just fucking took off. Yelling at me the whole time, swearing at me, calling me names, and physically assaulting me. I knew what was going on. I told them. I told them straight to their face. Maybe you should have gotten your fucking drugs before you came to pick me up. Oh, they didn't like that? They got even more pissed, too. Didn't make any sense. They got what they wanted. We're taking off. We're going. No longer having to sit around and wait for Turbo to fiddle fuck around with this car because we gotta go get our drugs now. No longer. We're on the road. But the verbal abuse and the physical abuse continued. Only because now they can't just go and get their drugs how they wanted. They now have to drop me off at home. Which, that's what they were pissed about now. They were threatening to drop me off sooner than that. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna drop you off here. They weren't gonna follow me home to make sure I made it home, that my car made it home. They were gonna bounce out. So it's a good thing I got in the car. I didn't have my cell phone on me or nothing. Got the little emergency phone. The story's way more. I could ham it up a little bit more. There was a couple of crazy things, individual things that were said that were just nuts, but that's about it. That's about it. They said they didn't ever want to see me again. That's the most wild, hurtful thing out of the whole thing. I said, name one. They called me mean. You're a mean person. I can't stand you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to see you again after today. I said, name one thing mean I've ever done to you in my adult life. One thing. One. I don't care if we were fighting and arguing. I'm not going to blame anyone or anything. Just name one mean thing I've ever said. I wasn't calling them names back or nothing. I didn't follow it up with a bitch or a fucking asshole or nothing like that. I just... Every time they called me a name, I was like, oh, okay, thanks for the name calling. Because that's what you do with friends and family. You don't fight them like there's some fucking nig on the street. They couldn't, by the way, they couldn't think of anything mean that I ever did to them or said to them in the past, which of course made them even angrier. I probably said too much to them at this point. But that's about it. That's the story. I'm sure they feel like shit. I'm sure they didn't mean it. They tried to call me yesterday, in fact. They tried to call me after the fact. I didn't pick up. Truth is, I love them. I'll always love them. But I don't want to be around them no more. Can't handle shit like this. So they don't ever want to see me again. Your wish is my command. I'm a bit relieved. Just could have went without the insults. Yeah, that's about it. But like I said, it's a little too hot. Don't really want to say who the person is. Although you could probably guess. I only have like 2 people in my life. Other than my wife. Man, world's just getting smaller. Drugs and death. People die, people are on drugs. I really wish I knew normal people. Kind of makes me wish that I never got straight, because then I'd have like friends and people that I could hang out around. It's very lonely. Kind of like when a person goes to jail for years and then they come out and they don't. I kind of feel like the old man in Shawshank Redemption who got freed after so long. Yeah. Just me, and my wife, and my video games. My wife's a lot like me. She's very closed off as well. Her and I jive together. We don't have to do drugs or do weird shit. We're content staying at home and playing video games and getting our fuck on and just enjoying coffee and our time and our cats. Look at the shitties. Oh, look at all that shit over there. She went to grocery shopping with her friend. She's got one friend that's more than me. She's got one friend that every month she comes down from out of town and they hit the stores and they chit chat and stuff like that. So she's got to spend like $1,000 on just fucking groceries and vanity objects and clothes, and Christmas season is the worst because that 1,000 turns into 2,000. I shouldn't complain. It's a good problem to have. Not having a car, that's not a good problem to have. Medical bills, diabetes, that's not a good problem to have, but at least I do kind of have my health. Well, that's about it. Just wanted to check in, kind of tell the story. I know it's not this long, bombastic thing that I usually do, but I'm just kind of done with people like this. I don't have very much left in me, and I suspect this won't be the last time I have an encounter like this. This will be the last time I have it with this person, but everybody else is kind of in the same boat. Kind of in the same boat. I'll see them one time and they'll blow up, and I'll be like, wow, okay, just let them dig their own grave. Let them say they don't ever want to see me again. Okay. Because now I don't either. Because that was uncalled for. I'm done taking this shit from people. I've been an emotional punching bag all of my life. You know. Bad relationships, bad family, bad parenting, bad friends. Like I said, I'll always love them. But that's the thing too. We're still friends. I still like them. I'll always love them, but yeah, you're still my friend. You're just a shitty fucking friend.